A very good afternoon, everyone. We'll be starting the session in a few minutes. Let's wait for all the schools to join in. Thank you for your patience.
Hello everyone, welcome to the session and start the session. So that is our session activity name and previous session that we have done. So in the previous session, we have learned few concepts. So we will discuss those concepts first and then we will go to understanding what is the today's session and how we will do it. Okay. So let's start with the topic that we have understood in the previous session. So okay.
Raju, give me a minute. I have a few announcements to
So
make.
okay, so first, show like tell some announcement, and then we will start.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fourth session of PyCode series. Today, we'll be discussing how to print the sum of series. And I would also like to mention that if you have any queries or suggestions regarding these suggestions, you can always write to us on the WhatsApp group. We will be happy to help. And considering the upcoming examinations of class 9 students, there will be a break in PyCode sessions. We will resume these sessions once the exams are over. The date for the next session will be announced later via WhatsApp or email. So during this time period, students can explore the PyCode platform to do hands-on practices and enhance their learning. Let me give you a quick glimpse into this PyCode platform. So as you can see, this is your PyCode platform, and all the student ID login credentials have been shared with everyone. And I hope everybody is logging in and enjoying these sessions. So I'll just quickly show you. You will log in with your login IDs and passwords, and you'll come onto this platform. So for example, I will make you go through this session 3, the last session that we did, make a calculator. Here, as you can see, there are so many links. So this is one make a calculator activity document. So this document basically makes you go through the content that have been shared with Mr. Raju in the last session. So you can read this document and just know about the content that he taught you. Next, we have quizzes and assignments here. I hope that all students are attempting these quizzes and giving their assignments, which will help them to learn more about these sessions and enhance their learning. And there is also a recorded session. In case you've missed the session or you want to go through the session again, you can always click on this link and it will take you to the recorded session. And at last, there is this platform link, which will take you to the AI Connect platform. You can enter your login ID credentials here, and then you can do the hands-on practices of coding in this platform. I hope you all are having wonderful time in these sessions and you are gaining a lot of knowledge. So let me hand over to Mr. Raju for the next amazing session.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for the announcement. And let's start the session. So before we will go to the new session, we will revise. We will do a quick revision of the previous session. That is make a calculator. So in that make a calculator, we have learned some concept. So we will go through that concept first, and then in this session we have learned about some mathematical operators. So first, let's discuss those mathematical operator and how we have used that. So first operator that we have learned is like arithmetic operator. So in the arithmetic operator, the first operator that we have learned is addition. Okay. So you already know the symbol of addition. So this is the addition symbol. Now to add to number, we need to use this symbol. So 4 plus 5. Like this, we can add to number and we will get the result like this. Okay. Same way, there are other arithmetic operators also that you need to understand. So there is subtraction operator, then there is multiplication operator, and then there is division operator. So these are the 4 common arithmetic operator that you will use in the activity. Okay. Now, beside this, we have also learned about conditional statements. So in the conditional statements, what we have learned that we will have a multiple condition, and according to the answer of the condition, we will do a task. Suppose if user enter the choice that he need to add to number, so he will use the symbol plus. So when you have this condition, then you will add to number 4 plus 5. Same way, with different condition, we will do different mathematical operation. According to the condition, we will do different mathematical operation. Okay, now let's go to the activity and understand the activity in detail. So in the previous activity, we have learned that how we can create a data variable, how we can take the answer from the keyboard of the user, and how so, and how we can, according to the answer of the user, we can we can perform different mathematical operation. So in this code, if you say that we have taken two variables a and b, this a and b will take the number from the user. So a will be the first number that a user will enter, and b will be the second number that user will enter. After that, user also need to enter the option. So what are the options? Let's see. So 1 is for addition, 2 is for subtraction, 3 is for multiplication, 4 is for division. So for this activity, we will only perform 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, so according to the choice of the user, we will perform mathematical operation. So if user enter in the option, if the user enter 1, then what we will do? We will add two number. Now, to store the result of two number, for example, if user enter 4 in first number and if user enter 5 in second number, so the answer is 9. 4 plus 5, 9. Where we need to store the result? We will create a new variable result, and in that variable we will store the result. So 4 plus 5, 9, and the 9 will be the number that will store inside the variable result. Then we will print the result. So it will show 9 as the answer. Okay. Now, if the user enter number 2, then what will happen? We will subtract first number to second number. So a minus b, and the answer will be stored inside the variable result, and we will print the result. Okay. Same goes for the multiplication. So what is the choice for the multiplication? What is the answer for the multiplication? Number 3. So if user enter option in option number 3, then we will multiply two numbers, a multiplied by b, and the answer of after multiplication of two number, the answer will be stored inside the variable result. Then we will print the result. And if user enter number 4, then we will divide two number, a divided by b, and the answer will be stored inside the variable result. And then again the same process, we will print the result. Okay. Suppose if somebody enter any number beside 1, 2, 3, 4, then what will happen? We will print a message that it is the invalid operation. Okay, that is not a valid operation. So you need to enter the valid number only, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's quickly see how this program works, and then we will move to the next session. So first thing that I need to put is the first number. So I will put the first number, let's say 34. Okay. When I enter, it is showing me the message that enter second number. So we will enter the second number, 24. Now I want to perform addition operation. So I will press number 1. So if I press number 1, then it will add two number and show me the result 58, which is 34 plus 24 is equals to 58. So that is how we will make our calculator. So this is all about the revision session that we have done in the previous class. Now let's start the session. And the activity name that we have to do in this session is print the sum of series. Okay. So before we will move to that topic, first let's understand some topic, some concept. So the concept that we will learn in this topic is loops. Okay, so what is loop? Let's understand that. So if we are repeating any task up to a number of times, that is a loop. Okay, so you can take any example related to that. Like I know everybody has got this punishment in their school time, that I will not forget my homework, you have to write it 10 times. So this is the way that teacher is giving you the punishment, that you have to write 10 times, that you will not forget to do the homework. Now if a normal person is doing this task, how he will do it? He will write this 10 times. I will not forget to do my homework, and he has to write this line 10 times. But if you are and you understand the concept of loop, you can do it in one line only. Okay, so with the help of loop, you have to tell how many times you have to repeat this task, and you can just easily repeat this task by putting the number. Like for example, I will only say repeat 10 times, and then I will tell the task. So it will be like repeat, and I will put the number, how many times I have to repeat a task, and then inside this I will mention the task. Okay, so what is my homework and how many times I have to repeat this task? 10 times. So you can see by using the loops, we can perform this task. We have to perform this task only one time and we can repeat it 10 times. Okay. So we don't need to write the same line again and again 10 times. We will only use the repeat block and we can easily do it. Okay. So this is the simple example of loops. Now let's understand how many type of loop you will get. So there are two type of loop that we have. So first loop is counting loop. So what is counting loop? Let's understand that. So in the counting loop, we already know how many times we need to repeat a particular task. For example, if I say you need to brush your teeth 3 times. So in this example, if you can see that I already know that how many times I have to repeat a particular task. How many times I have to repeat a particular task? 3 times. So I can just, instead of writing brush tongue 3 times, I can use this repeat block and I can easily say repeat 3 times and I can mention the task brush tongue. So it will they will repeat a task up to a particular number of times. 3 times they will do the task. Okay, so this is called counting loops. Let me give you for example, if you can see this bottle, task is I have to drink the water. Now, what I will do, I'm going to repeat this task 3 times. So here I already know how many times I have to repeat a particular task. Okay, so let's do that. One time, 2 times, 3 times. So this is called counting loop. Here we already know how many times we need to repeat a task. Okay. So here I can write now the example, whatever the example I show you right now, I can just change the task to that example. So drink water. So I drink the water 3 times because that is the task I have to do. How many times I have to repeat the task? 3 times. Okay. So this is called your counting loop. Okay. Same with the counting loop. There is another kind of loop you will get that is called conditional loop. Now, there is a difference between counting loop and conditional loop. In counting loop, you know how many times you need to repeat a task. Okay, but in conditional loops, it depends on the condition how many times you have to repeat a task. So the condition can be anything. For example, if we are in a dance party and we have a task, we need to clap, then we need to move right, step right, and then step left, and then step right. So this is the task: clap, step left, step right. Now, how many times I have to keep repeating this task? Let's understand that. So we need to complete this task. We need to know that when to stop doing this task. So what is that? What is the when we have to stop doing this task? When we have to keep repeating this task until we get tired. Okay, so it can be like you can get tired after repeating this task 5 times. You can get tired after repeating this task 10 times. So in this conditional loop, you need to keep repeating the task until and unless you get tired. Okay, so someone will get tired after repeating it 5 times, so he will stop repeating the task after 5 times. Someone will keep repeating the task 10 times and get tired. So he will repeat the task 10 times. So it depends on the condition how many times we need to repeat a task. Let's take a different example. I'm going to take the example one more time. I'm going to take the example of a bottle. Okay, so in that bottle, I have a water. Now, the condition, I'm going to put the condition. So what is the condition? I have to keep drinking this water So how many times? So when the water boils, So the task is drinking the water. At how many steps I can stop, I can finish this bottle. Okay, so I can do it like this. So when the bottle is finished, I will stop repeating this task. Okay, so this is called conditional loop. Now let me tell you the activity that we need to do. So in our activity, we need to find out the sum of a square of a number. Okay, so let's suppose we have three numbers, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now to get the square of these number, I have to like 1 multiplied by 1 is equals to 1, 2 multiplied by 2 is equals to 4, and 3 multiplied by 3 is equals to 9. Okay, now first we need to find out the sum, a square of a number like this. Okay, then what we need to do, we need to add these numbers together. So it will be 1 plus 4 plus 9 is equal to 1 plus 4 5 plus 9 14. So that is the task we need to perform in our activity. We need to print the sum of square of series. So what is our series? This is our series. And to actually do the square, we need to multiply the number by itself, and then whatever the just what we will do, we will add those to perform in our activity, and what is the task we need to perform in the activity. Okay, okay, uh let's start discussing how we can create this activity. Okay, before we will move forward, let's talk about what are the variables we need to take to perform this activity. Okay, so first variable that we need to take for performing this activity is number. So in the number, we will put the number that we like, that we need to find out the square. So suppose we need to find out the square, sum of a square of 1, 2, and 3. So these are the number that will be stored inside the variable n number. Okay, so that would be the number that we need to take. After that, we need to do the sum of a number. So we will create a variable sum. Okay, and inside the sum we will apply a formula. Okay, what is the formula? Formula will be sum plus n multiply by n. Okay, so in n, what number we will put in n? 1, 2, and 3. So let's start with that. So in the starting, the sum value will be the 0. Okay, so s will be 0. Okay, so 0, and what is the first number we have? 1. 0 plus 1 multiplied by 1 is equals to 1. Okay, so sum value become 1. So I will just write the sum value here in the left side. So it will be 1. Okay, we got the sum value 1. Now we will use this value as the sum value here. Okay, so now the second number is 2. So we will take 2. So it will be 2 multiplied by 2, and this number is 1. We updated this number to 1. So it will be 1 plus 2 multiplied by 2. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 4 plus 1, 5. Okay, so that would be 5. So now the new sum value is 5. So let's see. I'm just updating this value and the updated value become 5. Now we will again perform the task 3 times. So right now the updated value is 5. So let me change the value of sum here. It become 5. And the new number that we have to take is 3. Okay. So let me just change the number here. So it will be 3. So 3 multiplied by 3 is equals to 9. 9 plus 5 is equals to 14. So we got our answer by repeating this same task. How many times? 3 times. So that is the task we need to perform in our activity. So I'm just stopping my screen and now I'm going to start a new activity in AI Connect. So let's start creating the activity. So the first step that we need to perform is to create a new activity. So I will click on basic Python create button and I will put the activity name. Print the sum of series. Now every single project we are putting all the project inside the PyCode. So we will put this activity also inside the PyCode. Now I will press the create button. When I press the create button, it will create an activity inside the PyCode project. So yeah, the activity is created. If I double click on it, it will open a new screen for me. And here we need to perform the activity. So in step by step, we will perform our activity. So first step is we need to create a variable num. Okay, so that we can put our numbers. So I will put a variable number. Okay, so in this number we will put is to create a variable sum to show the sum of a series. So what we will do, we will create a variable sum. Okay, now we have created two variable number and sum. Okay, so what number we need to put in the sum in the starting? So we will put set sum equals to 0. So we will start the number sum value in the starting. We will put 0 inside the sum. So let me just do it. I will use conversion to make it number and I will put number 0 here. So sum is 0 right now. Okay, sum is 0. Now how many times we need to repeat the task? We need to repeat the task 3 times. Okay, so to actually tell this, and there is a loop called for each item in iterable to actually tell how many times piece you can see here. This is the first step we need to connect here. Let me just tell you this. What are the what are the number we need to, what are the blocks we have to connect here? We need to connect. First thing that we need to do is we need to understand one more block which is called range block. So first let me just tell you about the range block. So first we will discuss about range block and how it will work. So what is a range block? Let's discuss that. So range block is the block which will give you the range of a number. So whatever the number you will put inside the range block, it will give you the number from 0 to that number. So if I put 4, So it will give me the range between from 0 to 4. So what would be the range? 0. The number that I will get by using range block is 0, 1, 2, 3. Keep this in mind that it doesn't include the last number. So it will give you the number 0, 1, 2, and 3. It will exclude the last number. Let me just pick one more example for the range block. So here, if I put the range 3, so what are the numbers range block will give us? 0, 1, 2 only. It will not include the 3. It will go from 0 to 2. Okay. Same way, if I put range block 5. So what are the numbers it will give us? 0, 1, 2, 3, and the last number will be 4. The 5 will be not included. Okay. So it will give these number. Now, what are the range we have to perform? We need to perform the range up to 3. So it will give the number range is 3. So it will give the number 0, 1, 2. That's it. Okay. So let's discuss that, and let's start with the activity. Now here, first let's connect the range block. So here you will get a block range, and it is mentioning it here. The number is mentioned is 10, but we will not put the number 10 here. What number we will put? We need to find out the sum of a series between 1 to 3. So I will put 3 here. Okay. So it will give us the range between 1 to 0, 1, and 2. Now we will put these number in number variable. So whatever the number range is giving, that number will store in the number block. So if you are performing the task first time, it will put the number value will become 0. Now again, if you are repeating the task second time, the number value will become 1. And if you are repeating the task third time, then the number value will become 3. Now to perform this, first what we will need to do, we need to add number 1 in our number value. So how we will do, we will take a plus operator, and here we will put number plus 1. So when we are starting the loop first time, so the number value will become 0 plus 1, 1. Okay. When we repeat it again, then the number will become 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. Then again we will repeat it. So it will become 2, and then 2 plus 1, 3. Like this, it will repeat the task. So I'm going to show you the number every single time when we add the number. What are the numbers we will get? So if I run this, you will get the range of a number 1, 2, 3. That is the range that we need. So we will use this range. Now after that, we need to do the sum of a square of a number. So to make a square of a number, we will again take a math block, and here we will select multiplication operator. Okay. Now what variable we need to put here? In both empty space, we will put number block. So number multiplied by number. Okay. So it will do the square of a number. Now the next thing that we need to do, we need to add the square of a number with sum. Okay. So we will put the square of a number here, and we will put sum variable here. Now it will be sum plus number multiplied by number. So square of a number plus sum. Okay. Now we need to store this, the answer of this whole operation we need to store somewhere. So we will store it in the sum only. So it will be like set sum equals to sum plus number multiplied by number. Okay. Now just just we will connect it here and then quickly just complete this code and then we will move to the next part. Okay, I think everybody has performed this code. Now the last task that we need to do is we need to show the result. So how we will show the result? We will take the print block. We will take the print block and we will also put a message. We will put the message, and what is the message we will put? The message will be the sum of series of square of a number is and then we will print the sum. Now it will show us the result that we will get. So we already see what is the result we will get. So if let's understand that first and then do it. So we put range equals to 3. So range equals to 3 means 0, 1, 2. And the number value is num plus 1. So it will give the number value will start from 1. These are the number value we will get 1, 2, and 3. Now the sum value will be we get sum plus num multiply by num. So the first num is 1. So it will be 0 plus 1 multiplied by 1, which is 1. Okay. Then we will update the sum value, which become 1. So I'm just removing this. So now the sum value is 1. Now the next value is 2. So we will just replace this 1 with 2 and we will replace the sum value with 1. So it is 1, 2 multiplied by 2. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 4 plus 1, 5. So the sum value will become 5. So here the sum value will become 5. Now we will again update the value of n, that becomes 3, and update the value of sum, that becomes 5. So 5 plus 3 multiplied by 3. So 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. 9 plus 5, 14. So the final answer will be 14. Let's see if we get the final answer 14 or not. So I'm again sharing my screen. And if I run it, the answer we get is 14. So that is how we will repeat a task, and that is how we will print the sum of a series of a square number. Okay, I hope you understand all the steps that we have discussed today. Okay, and now we can have a quick revision of this activity. So I'm just giving this session to Akshay sir. Akshay sir, now you can do the revision of the activity.
Yeah, so thank you, Raju. It was really, I think, a great session for everyone, and all students enjoyed this. So now I'll just take over from here, right? And I'll be giving all students a quick revision of things that we have done, right? So in today's activity, what we did. So we learned that how we can print the sum of series, right? Like we have got numbers. In normal addition, what we do, like let's suppose I want to add numbers from 1 to 5. So what is my step? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay. So this is a normal addition in which the numbers from 1 to 5 have been added, right? Similarly, we just went a bit next level today, right? So we all have learned that स्क्वायर ऑफ अ नंबर, ठीक है, कि किसी भी नंबर का स्क्वायर, जैसे अगर हम बात करें वन का स्क्वायर, तो वन का स्क्वायर होता है वन, टू का स्क्वायर मतलब टू इंटू टू, तो वो हो गया आपका टू का स्क्वायर, दैट इज फोर, थ्री का स्क्वायर, दैट इज थ्री इंटू थ्री इज नाइन, राइट? So now we just wrote a Python code with the help of which I can get the sum of square of a number, right? There is a series of number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I'm not taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just taking the square of those numbers. Okay, and for that reason we have made a program for them, right? So I'll just come to the code, right? And I'll start with the programming of it, right? So yeah, just a minute. I'll just share my screen. Yes, I hope everyone can see my screen. Okay, so this is the output that if I want to print the number, I want to print the sum of series from 1 to 20. कि 1 से लेके 20 तक सब number का sum हो जाए, right? So this is how we can do, right? But हम क्या करेंगे इसको अभी के लिए, we'll make it short, ठीक है? कि हम जो भी एक्टिविटी कर रहे हैं, जो भी चीजें कर रहे हैं, we are able to see it on our with real calculations also. तो हम क्या करेंगे, I will not do it 20, I will do it 3, ठीक है? तो देखो 1 का स्क्वायर प्लस 2 का स्क्वायर प्लस 3 का स्क्वायर, if I have to add, right? So this will be the answer, right? 1 का स्क्वायर is 1, 1 plus 4 plus 9, ठीक है? तो you have to add what all numbers? 1 में आपने 4 ऐड किया, it is 5, 5 में आपने 9 को ऐड किया, that is 14, right? So you can see that you have written a program that is able to do these calculations within fraction of seconds, right? So you are making your machine intelligent, right? As I always tell you, you are able to make a program that is able to do all those things, right? You all are creators now. You all are playing with Python code, right? So हम क्या करेंगे इसको अब starting से करेंगे, ठीक है? A very quick but from starting, right? तो हमारा देखो फर्स्ट स्टेप क्या था, राइट? अब अगर हम कुछ भी सोच रहे हैं, ठीक है, जैसे मैंने आप सबको बोला दैट थिंक ऑफ अ नंबर, राइट? सो आई एम जस्ट सेइंग थिंक ऑफ अ नंबर. सो व्हाट माय माइंड विल डू, माय माइंड कैन थिंक एनी रैंडम नंबर, राइट? It can be 1000, 1 lakh, 10, 20, minus 20, anything. But if I strictly say you think of a number equal to 0, so what is restriction now? My mind knows that I just have to concentrate or think only one number, that is 0, right? So what I have done, I have created a new variable that is sum, and I am strictly telling it that you have to be 0 at the initial stage, right? So that's how what I have done, right? Ab let's suppose my friend is seeing the output of the program. I want that he should know or she should know what is the output that I want to show onto the screen. So how do we print? How do we write the statement onto our screen? The logic, the coding concept, the Python programming that we have for that is print command, right? So whatever statement we have to write, we use a print command in front of that and write the statement. तो हमने क्या किया, मैंने यहाँ से print statement ली, ठीक है? तो आई हैव यूज द प्रिंट कंसेप्ट. अब मुझे इसके आगे क्या चाहिए, जो मुझे लाइन प्रिंट करनी है. तो मैं इनपुट पे गया, आई विल जस्ट टाइप द लाइन ओवर हियर, राइट? सो व्हाट इज द मोटिव ऑफ टुडेज सेशन? आई हैव टू प्रिंट द सम ऑफ स्क्वायर ऑफ नंबर, सम ऑफ स्क्वायर ऑफ square of number from 1 to, let's suppose we'll just do 3. Okay, we'll keep it as easy for now, right? So we have done this. Okay, now this much is done. See, now me manually adding a multiple number of times will be difficult. So as Raju sir told you that if you want to do any programming, you want to have any instruction, and you have to repeat that multiple number of times. How can you do it? You can just use a loop command, right? So we are going to use loops over here. In loops, you have got this for loop. Okay, to this coding concept, we call for loop, right? Now, again, one more thing over here. When I reached this concept, I told that my computer, it has got a hard disk to store, right? For every new thing that my programming has to store, it requires something, right? So what I am doing over here, I am going to create one more variable, that is number, okay? Now for each item number, okay, I have taken this and iterable has to tell how many times I have to repeat my command, and in that I will use the range, that is 3. Okay, this is done. And students, always remember one thing, always, whenever we are talking of coding, okay, according to my computer, the numbering always starts from 0. We have to tell it to start from 1, but if we are not telling it, the computer will by itself start the numbering, the counting from 0. Okay, so this should be well clear. So we have done this, Okay, so I'll just show the output for the first statement for now. Okay, so what am I shown? The statement I wrote over here is shown as it is. Next to it, I have just used this block where I want that the sum of numbers from 1 to 3 should be printed, right? So that's why I have to run this loop 3 times, and number is the variable that will store my counting. So this will be helping me in counting, and number will be that counting. That will be 0, 1, and 2. Okay, range 3 means 3 times. Okay, the count is 3, but when I talk of the counting will start from 0. Okay, students, just please take care of this point. That's very, very important. Now, what do I want? I want every time the number to increase by 1. See, because what is happening? What is the first number being stored in number? Can I please have the answer in chat box? I want students to just come up and type the answers in the YouTube chat. I can see everyone's replies, right? So I just want you to just come up and or take help of your teachers to enter the answers. Tell me, what will be the first value of number? Anyone? Tell me the first value of number. The first value of number will be 0. Okay. And what I want the counting to start from 1. Now tell me, student, if currently the value is 0 and I want it 1, how can we do it? The value is 0 and I wanted 1. How can we do it? Okay, let's ask Raju sir. Raju sir will tell you how can we do it. Definitely. So our task is to increase the number. Okay, we have to increase the value of number, right? So what I do over here, set number is equal to, okay, set number is equal to number plus 1. I will do number from here and I will add 1 to it, right? So what has happened? Earlier the value was 1. Okay, now 0 plus 1, the value of number will now become 1. Okay, and what is the output that we have to write? We have to write the output in a certain format. So how can we do it? My reply has, the answer will be in such a way. See, so I will have sum that is equals to sum plus number into number. Okay, so this is what I need to do over here, right? So this I have to do, okay, that I have to increase the value like this. that my sum should keep on changing, right? And every time it should be storing a new value, right? So let me just clear all this. And let's just go to the second step. So set the value of sum that is equal to math. Okay. Here, initially I'll put sum, and see, I need to put one more operator over here. How can I do it? I need a multiplication operator. I need plus operator as well. Okay. So go to math and take this multiplication operator. Okay. And now almost done. Okay. It's all done. Now, what is my final step? If I click on run, no output. Why? Just a statement. Let's check. The error I'm getting is the value sum was given a value but was never used after that. We have defined sum but never used, right? Print the value of sum. That's the final block, the final block I require to add. And now I have given the print instruction as well. Now it will give me the output too. Okay, तो इसका आंसर आ गया 14 जो हमने अभी कैलकुलेट किया था. अब मान लो आपको कोई बड़ी कैलकुलेशन करनी है, ठीक है? Nothing, I will just change it over here 1 to 40 and let's try how quick my computer is. See how quick. Okay, within fraction of seconds I'm getting the output, right? So whatever you want to do, students, coding can help you do that. You can create anything. Whatever kind of program you want to make, you can do it yourself, right? ठीक है, तो हमने इसको किया था, ठीक है, 1 से लेके 3 तक, right? तो जल्दी से what I will do, like Raju sir showed you, I'll just take 2 minutes. I will just show you all those steps once again. ठीक है, अब देखो मेरे sum की value क्या है? 0. Okay, the value of sum is 0. I have printed the statement and this statement is printed as it is over here. Okay, the value of sum is 0. Now I have taken a variable number. Now what it has to do? It has to have 3 values. Okay, it has to have 3 values. And I told that it by default, it will start the value from 0. That is, number will be having 3 values, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, it has got this number. Now by default, the first value will be 0. So number is equal to 0. This is my first step I'm going through. Now the value of number is 0. Set number is equal to number plus 1. So after first instruction, what do I get? The number value has been added plus 1 and that becomes 1. Okay, so my new value of number is 1. Now let's see the value of sum. Sum's value is equal to sum plus number into number. So what is my value of sum you see on my screen? That is 0. So 0, 0 plus, plus. Okay, so 0 plus number into number. What was the value of number I had? I had the value of number as 1 into 1. That is giving me equals to the value as 1. This is the first sum I had, right? But I am not printing the value as it is. I have to first of all complete this loop and then print the value. Okay, again my loop will run. The second value of number I told you students is 1. Okay, so now number is equal to 1 now. But what I have done over here, number is equal to number plus 1. So what will be number plus 1? Number plus 1 is equal to 2. Okay, so this value plus this value is equal to 2. Now let's see my sum operation. Sum is equal to previous value of sum. So previous value of sum was 1. Now what we have given the new instruction, number into number. That is again this. And let's check the output. What is it? 1 plus 4. That is equal to 5. Okay, so that's my new value of sum. But again, my operation will not stop because we have to go one more mile. We have to go the next step as well because I had 0, 1, and 2. The value of number is 2. But what I will do, I have to take number plus So 1 that is equal to 3. So now sum is equal to what is the previous value of sum? The previous value of sum is 5. Okay. So 5 plus number into number. So 3 into 3. And what do I get? That gives me the answer as 14. The range has been done 3 times, means what does that mean? My loop is being utilized. How many times I have to repeat the instruction that has been done. Now what I have to print? I have to print the value over here and 14. So this 14 is printed at last as the output. Okay, so I've told the students step by step what all instructions the computer followed. Okay, how the things went in the background and how every step has been defined by us. Right. So these are some, you can say, games that we are playing with the coding logic, right? So you can see how the kind of means the skills we are able to develop. We are able to develop in us the programming skills, the computational thinking, right? So these logic should be developed. See, you do all these things with math also, right? If you do in math, how you will do it? It's very simple. I will do it like this. Okay, first 1 into 1 plus 2 into 2, then plus 3 into 3, sorry. Right. So these all things that we do in normal math as well. So this is the same thing, but we have just added the coding aspects to it. हमने इसमें coding को भी add कर दिया. Right. To every single mathematical step, we have given a coding command. Right. So coding is such beauty कि आप देखो यहाँ पे आप एक तो math भी आप सीख पा रहे हो अच्छे से. Right. कि आपने math भी सीख ली और हमने math यहाँ पे कैसे सीखी है? With the help of coding, right? So a new way to learn math over here, right? So this is the activity that we had today, right? Yes, we can also set the number to 1. I just got a question over here that we can also set the number to 1. By default, I've set it to 0, but we can do if you want to do that thing as well, right? Anyone else, any question? Anyone else? You can just freely ask from me if anyone has got any question. So we've done the activity for today. The activity is completed. I request everyone to just use this concept, okay? And you all have been given an assignment, right? So when you open the LMS portal, you have got just 4 questions to answer. It will, I know you all are brilliant, and within 1 or 2 minutes, all are MCQs. Just 4 questions, okay? So whatever you have learned, those are based on that. Use those concepts, okay, and do the quiz, do the assignments, okay. So it should be done by every single student over here. So all should give your best and do that. Okay, anyone, any questions? Anyone, please come up. Let's solve your questions. Yes, students, any questions to anyone? Please let me know. Okay, चलो ठीक है. If no questions, ठीक है, तो हम इसको पे conclude करते हैं. Let's conclude this over here for today. Okay, and in the next class, we are going to proceed ahead with this, and we'll be performing much more interesting activities, right? So we are just doing these activities. The level will keep on increasing as we go ahead, right? So all students keep revising. Okay, keep doing the assignments, keep doing the quiz, and yes, you will really be loved with this coding, the coding concepts that we have. We're going to have fun, lots of fun in the coming future classes. Okay, so I'll just conclude the session over here for today, and we'll meet again in the next session. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you for your time. Bye bye. Take care. Have a great day.
Bye everyone.
Thank you, Raju sir and Akshit sir, for this wonderful session. I would just like to remind everyone that there will be a small PyCode session break and we will resume these sessions after your exams are over. So till then, keep practicing and keep giving the assignments and quizzes, and all the best for your upcoming exams. Thank you.